As a director, how much creative control do you truly have? The impression of a director and the amount of control they retain is formed by the media for most budding filmmakers. But when they do enter the field, they get a shock. That impression is that they retain total control. Even legendary directors do not get total control. So today I'm going to give you an idea of how much control a director has and what are the levers of control. So I'm going to be giving you three very basic examples. It's like structures for you to understand, and I'm going to be using the restaurant business. Imagine that Tom is a restaurant owner and Jerry is a chef. So Tom would be hiring Jerry to cook in the restaurant for the customers. In this same sense, the production company hires the directors to get the job done. So how much of control does Jerry have in the kitchen? It's difficult to give a percentage or a number, but he does not have total control. Both Tom and Jerry have to work together to solve problems. So in this first example, the director is hired by the production company, and this structure is common in commercials, television productions, and a considerable amount of feature films. The basic point is whoever who is hiring you is your boss and you are a service provider. You got to get the job done. The second example is, imagine that you as a filmmaker, you are going to be doing a feature film or a short film. Probably you're going to be using your savings or your credit card, selling a house or robbing a bank. All not advisable. In this example, you are the restaurant owner and you are the chef. You are Tom and you are Jerry. Do you begin to understand the levers of control? Finally, the third example is a combination of the first and the second. Imagine that Jerry, who's a chef, is a director, and that is Christopher Nolan. And imagine that Tom, who's a restaurant owner, is a producer, and that is Warner Brothers. In this example, the director retains a certain amount of control, in fact, a considerable one, but that doesn't come easily. It's also because of his track record. These three examples are very basic concepts, kind of like nursery concepts for you to understand how the power structure or the control structure within a set works. Of course, there are a lot more sophisticated versions of this. But going beyond this, it's not important to understand control or creative control. It is rather important to understand the concept of responsibility. The more responsibility you show as a director, the more the production company trusts you. As a result of that trust, you get control. But again, this can be quickly taken away if you were to slack. At the heart of the matter, the more responsibility you show, the more control you get. The less responsibility you show, the less control you get. The last thing anybody wants is to give a great amount of control to somebody who is extremely irresponsible.